Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel again, and happy Friday. So, it is Friday. I did not do any video recording last night, vlogging last night, so I figure I would get into some things that I had missed. Today, I had the day off. Funny thing, I thought that I had the day off this past week. I thought I had today off, and then I convinced myself, no, I have it off on Monday. Went in, logged into work, saw that I had no schedule for today, logged right back out, and took the day off. So listen, this past week on Monday, it was hometowns. I gave my impressions on that. And then the next night, it was Women Tell All. And it took me a while to watch that. I think the reason is because I am over this bachelor. He is my least favorite bachelor, and I can't wait for it to be done. Am I still going to watch the rest of it? Sure, yes, because I'm invested in it at this point. So the Women Tell All. Listen, I told you I had read somewhere before that the only people that they were inviting, the only women that they were inviting back are women that said they were actually going to bring it or really participate. So not everybody was there. They started off the night by doing a surprise drop-in to Bachelor watch parties. I say surprise because we all know there was no surprise in them. Who was the person? There was one person that I cannot remember who, but one of the ladies called Zach emotionally intelligent. I didn't get that. I didn't get that at any point of the season. So the first woman that they talked to was the first person that they were going to try to make a villain, and they failed miserably. It was Christina Mandrell. I thought that there was going to be a lot more heat on her. There really wasn't. One of the ladies said that she sucked the energy up out of the room. Another woman, I think it was Olivia, who was let go the very first night, who I don't even remember, had said she actually really liked Christina and that people were jealous of her. And Christina then thanked the women for letting her know what was wrong, what she was doing wrong. And she said that she'll do better in the future. So there wasn't really a lot there. I was expecting a lot more from that interaction. There really wasn't a lot. Next up, we had Anastasia. Anastasia, who you remember, the drama surrounding her was that people were saying that Kylie, I believe it was saying that she was there to boost her Instagram and to gain more followers. Victoria J, she had said that she was told by a mutual acquaintance of both of them that Anastasia was just there as a business opportunity. Kat, you know, the one that always had to let us know that Kat was her name, the one, the dancer from New York City. She had then chimed in and said that she had heard that Anastasia had a boyfriend while she was on The Bachelor, and that she was going to give him a call once she got her cell phone or something like that. And it was the same guy that was watching her dog. Anastasia then responded to those rumors by saying, no, I didn't have a boyfriend then. I don't have a boyfriend now. And when they were like, who was watching the dog? She was like, my mom. And apparently the guy that was watching the dog, the picture was taken of him and the dog like a week before she went on the show at a wedding, and she met him at a wedding or something like that. She claimed she did not have a boyfriend, and she doesn't have a boyfriend now. Kylie then had brought up the whole interaction where Kylie was trying to talk to Zach, and Anastasia was like, in a minute, no, when she clearly had had enough time to talk to him. And Kylie had said, well, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna fight over him or something like that. And then Anastasia had to go around and talk to everybody that would listen about how she's afraid that she doesn't want to fight, that she's gonna fight her, that she's gonna physically fight her. She doesn't want to physically fight her. We all know Kylie didn't mean that at all. And one of the other ladies had brought up a good point. She had said that Anastasia had just projected a microaggression, because when she had said that she was getting aggressive, well, that just kind of puts that stereotype out there of an angry black woman. And Anastasia had said that her and Kylie had talked about it, and she apologized, and you know, I'm sorry, and we talked about it. And Kylie came out swinging. I thought she was really going to be like, when I say she came out swinging, she didn't come out with a like, yes, I know we discussed it, we're all cool. She was like, listen, I don't want people to think we discussed it and we're just cool right now, because I guess she thought at first that she was just saying she had just apologized because she didn't want herself to look bad. Like, she didn't want this to ruin her social media accounts. But then Kylie had basically said she hopes that she learns from this and she does better in the future. And she had accepted her apology. Next up, we had Catherine. Catherine was one, if you remember, who she had the one-on-one date with Zach. They were in the boat, and it was one of the most cringiest moments in the whole show, where he had to do the white man's overbite, we're not going to relive it. But she pulled him aside before Charity's one-on-one. Charity and Catherine were okay. Brooklyn and Catherine, not so much. Jess, and the most adorable thing was Jess was just trying to just calm them down, be like, listen, just be kind to one another. They were both like, no, thank you. Jessie had thrown out there, well, who's to say? Maybe we'll see you on the beach. So that's the point in time when I was like, I wonder who they're going to have on the beach. So I don't know. We shall see. Is it going to be maybe Catherine and Brooklyn? I mean, stranger things have happened, because we all thought, and one of the reasons why I was not going to watch Bachelor in Paradise was because I couldn't stand Shanae. It was Shanae. I just said Shanae. But she changed, so who knows? I mean, they could both go on to Bachelor in Paradise, leave the beach besties, who knows? Next up was Jess. And I have to tell you, I was so proud of Jess and so happy for Jess. And this started the whole rest of the theme of the night of women being okay after the breakup. The breakup really did her good. She basically said she had gotten stronger from this. She was proud watching herself during this time when she was explaining to him about the one-on-one, and she had said to him that she's not going to beg, and that's it. She's done, and she's not going to beg, and she left. And she was proud of herself for being strong. And I love that. And she said she finally, after watching this, she learned to love herself, and she fell in love with herself. And that's awesome. It seemed to me like she made great friendships with the rest of the ladies. The ladies were there to help her through it. And she had said that she deserves more than what she was going to get from that relationship. But she did say she felt led on, and she felt blindsided. Next up, we had Greer. Greer seemed to be really over the breakup. It didn't seem to, I don't want to say it didn't affect her, but it didn't seem like it affected her that much. Most of the time that was spent with Greer was spent over her controversy. If you didn't know, it came out that she had defended a former classmate. Back in the day, one of her classmates had performed in blackface, and she defended it, which is unconscionable, just terrible, just beyond terrible. Jessie then said that in the past, things like this have happened, and the franchise, meaning the Bachelor franchise, has not dealt with it in the best of ways. So we're going to start now. Okay, great. But what about last year when when a racist past or racist post had come out from Eric, who was Gabby's winner? Nothing was said then. And I believe maybe things were said whenever Rachel from Matt James's season, when her past had come out. But what about the guys? Like, when are you going to say something about this? And also, why is ABC not looking into these people better? I would have thought that they would have done like an exhaustive, thorough search of every single thing that is in these women's and men's past. I mean, people that aren't even professionals know how to get out there and get on the internet and find these things. Why not employ maybe some young people who know how to get out there and really dig through social media and reveal these things, dig up this dirt that will eventually come out in the end. So Greer had basically said it wasn't so much about the intent, but the impact. She had said what her friend did was racist. Her defending it was racist, and she is so sorry. She had apologized for hurting the Black community. She had educated herself on what blackface is, and she had claimed she will move on and do better. And then they brought up Dr. Banks. I believe she was maybe a psychologist or a very educated woman, and she had said, we can't nice our way out of racism. And I thought, okay, well, I mean, they're putting this out there. They're doing damage control. I myself thought it was a little too little too late. That's what I thought. I mean, why they have these people on in the first place? Why not look into who you're actually putting on these shows? It happens all the time. It happens almost every season. So next it was Catherine's turn. Catherine had basically said that she felt like right before she was let go, she felt like she was kind of losing him. And so she opened up and she talked about her relationship or her non-relationship with her mother. And she said that him giving up on her like right before Hometowns kind of made her feel like she just wasn't good enough. Like she wasn't good enough for her mother. So now she obviously, she isn't good enough for him. She isn't good enough. But the thing that I really like to hear from this is that this experience actually led to her and her mother having a mother-daughter relationship that they never had. And she said that it brought her entire family together to help her get through this. I like that. I thought that was lovely to see, that even though this relationship didn't work out with this emotionally devoid robot of a man, because that didn't work out, you now have something far more important, and that is a relationship with your mother and this family life that is so much more important than a relationship with this guy who, to be honest with you, I don't see him as a catch. I mean, don't come for me if you think he is. If you think he's a catch, good for you. I don't. That's your jam? That's your jam. It's not my jam. Next we had Charity. Charity was out. Everybody loves Charity. I love Charity. She seemed like she was over him too. Like, her segment wasn't wasn't as long. I didn't get, I mean, you could tell that she was upset at first, but she seems like she had realized that this just wasn't for me. This wasn't my person. And I'm ready now to give myself up and find someone who really is for me and who is my person. More on that later. And her, like Charity, Catherine, and Jess. I mean, it was so lovely to see that what came out of them not finding love with Zach. And that's the fact that they found a love for themselves, or they, they got stronger. They believed in themselves. And in Catherine's case, they reconnected with their mother, and they have a love. That's a love that will just never leave you ever. So I loved seeing that. Zach came out at the very end. I didn't pay that much attention to him, but Catherine basically asked the question of, when did you know that we were done, that we were over? And he basically didn't give a real answer. He was like, I don't know. I looked within my heart and I don't know. I don't know. And she was like, okay. Charity had asked, Charity had basically, so next was Charity. Charity had basically said that I would ask like when it went wrong with us, but I don't think he'd be able to answer. And he was like, once again, oh, it was the hardest thing. And I was sick about having to make this decision after hometowns, blah, blah, blah. And they said, I think the world of you. Ugh, that's just lip service. I don't believe. I mean, did he maybe think the world of her? Sure. But I think that's just something that he was saying to say. I think that was just lip service once again. Jess had once again had basically said, I don't understand why whenever I was talking to you, you were so confused and you didn't know what to say and you didn't understand what I was saying. But then when I was leaving, you were obviously crying. Why couldn't you be that emotion, have those emotions with me? And he says he doesn't know why his emotions didn't come out sooner. Well, that's because nobody turned on the on button on the back of your robot suit. I don't know. And then at the end, there was this big, what's gonna happen? We're gonna change one person's life. Who's it gonna be? Listen, I knew what it was gonna be. It was gonna be Charity, and she was going to be the new bachelor. They went in, they told her she was gonna be the new bachelor. She was surprised. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they told a couple people like, you're in the running. But Charity is going to be the new bachelor. I really like Charity, so I will definitely be watching. I liked Charity a lot. The other person that I would not have been upset with seeing was Jess. Both two very emotionally intelligent, lovely, kind, sweet, genuine ladies. So congratulations, Charity. I am very happy for you. So with that being said, let me know what you thought about the Women Tell All. Next week, it's going to be a hot mess. He says no sex, and then I guess he takes that back for what he calls sex week. Ugh, Christ. More of his hairy nipples. So, okay, everybody. If nobody has told you yet today, I love you. Your love is seen and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there. And treat one another with kindness. Let's take care of one another. And I am now going to go stalk TikTok so I can see if anybody is live streaming from the opening night of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour in Swift City. So everybody have a great night. I love you guys. Bye.